This is Acadiana's News Channel at 6.
I would have known more in the nature of the text, absolutely. Because ultimately it is disappointing what the young lady had to be put through.
Tonight, 2 schools in Acadiana addressing concerns about a teacher and coach who's now facing a criminal investigation. The investigation over a sexually explicit video being circulated online. This is the video. We have blurred it because we can't independently confirm its authenticity. But it apparently shows Jacob De La Paz, who was most recently a coach at STM, saying sexually explicit things to someone he tutored. Tonight, there are questions, if not one, but 2 school systems missed red flags about De La Paz. Jim Hummel joining us live from Vermilion Parish with the story. Jim.
Marcel, good evening. Jacob De La Paz also worked as a teacher and a coach here in Vermilion Parish. Tonight, the superintendent of schools is addressing concerns that we've been hearing from parents, whether the district missed red flags in hiring De La Paz back in 2017, despite disciplinary action he faced previously as a teacher in Arkansas. Now, as I mentioned, De La Paz was hired here in Vermilion Parish in 2017. The administration was aware he was facing a complaint in Arkansas over text messages with a student. A disciplinary hearing in Arkansas was held in 2019 in which the Board of Education ruled those text messages with a student were inappropriate. In those text messages, De La Paz referred to the student as his future girlfriend and told her they needed to keep their relationship a secret and be good actors. De La Paz says the administration here in Vermilion Parish was aware of the case. Tommy Byler was his principal back at North Vermilion at the time. De La Paz says the administration was aware, they were supportive and even mentoring, but today I spoke with the now superintendent who says he didn't know the full context. Do you feel like you were misled?
I feel like if I'd have probably had all of the information out of Arkansas before, I think it would have probably raised a few more red flags. But at the time, when you call the Department of Education and they tell you he would be eligible to teach if he was staying in his school in Arkansas, all I can do is make that recommendation, right, wrong, or indifferent, called my people and say, is he eligible to teach?
STM referred us to the Diocese of Lafayette for a comment. We've yet to hear back, but KATC Investigates did obtain a note that went out to STM parents on this matter. The Chancellor says De La Paz is no longer associated with STM as of yesterday. There are no reports or evidence that STM students were involved. They say De La Paz was safe environment trained, and the school acknowledges that De La Paz did make them aware of an isolated infraction, as they call it, prior to being hired by STM, but he was ultimately hired last year because the school says there were no further issues after his probation period, nor here in Vermilion Parish with his previous employer. Now, in light of that video that you saw a bit of at the top of the show, we did reach out to law enforcement to see if there is any investigation. We did hear back from the Vermilion Parish Sheriff's Office. Deputies tell us they have received a complaint about De La Paz and an investigation is underway. We're live in Abbeville tonight. Jim Hummel, KATC TV3.
We have more posted at KATC.com. Now, team coverage this evening. Festival International, a big night happening tonight in downtown Lafayette. Weather not so nice this morning, but beautiful this afternoon.
Yeah, certainly straightened out this afternoon. We have some good-looking weather, Marcel, as we head into tonight and tomorrow. And meteorologist Bradley Benoit pulling the lucky straw tonight on giving us a report live from Fay-Dodo. Bradley?
Here's
Hey
Bradley's
guys, yeah, got off to a little bit of
forecast.
a rocky start this morning with the showers and thunderstorms, but thankfully we quickly turned it around this afternoon with the sun returning and that sunshine helping to push our temperatures into the 80s. Currently we are in the upper 70s to lower 80s across Acadiana at the top of the hour. So it is warm, but actually quite comfortable out here, especially in the shade. And temperatures will continue to fall through the 70s this evening. In fact, when the headliner Lauren Daigle takes the stage at 9:30, we'll be in the mid-70s. Maybe some passing clouds, but nothing that should cause any issues. And then when she's wrapping up, temperatures will be in the lower 70s. So some of you may be needing a light jacket if you are heading on out. If not this evening, then especially by tomorrow morning as we see readings dropping into the upper 50s to lower 60s. So that's where we'll start our Friday. Maybe some patchy fog in spots, so be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, boy, we have a really nice forecast for you to round out the week. Plenty of sunshine, warm temperatures, mid-80s into the afternoon, but dew points will be in the 50s, so it won't feel too terribly bad. So that is some good news. Very light winds, only at around 3 to 6 miles per hour. We'll go 84 for that projected high temperature. Now, as we head into the weekend, a little bit more interesting. We're going to have an upper level disturbance produce a good amount of cloud cover on Saturday, perhaps a few showers and or some thunder showers as well. So Rob's going to be talking a little bit more about that. Plus they'll have the Sunday forecast as well. That's going to be coming up in his complete True View forecast in a few short minutes. So stay tuned for that. But that's going to do it for me for now in downtown Lafayette. I'm going to send it over to Christina, who has more.
Hey Bradley, as y'all can see behind me, there's people lining up inside Park International getting ready for the shows that are happening right now. But at 9:30, Lauren Daigle, the headliner for the Bicentennial celebration, is set to kick at 9:30. Now, Festival International is celebrating Lafayette Bicentennial, marking 200 years since Lafayette Parish was established in 1823. Sammy Parbu, Bicentennial Coordinator, explains why Festival International is so influential.
I think it's such an important part of what makes Lafayette special. I feel for a city of the size of Lafayette to have this much international culture coming through, I think it's so vital. It opens people's minds. We know more. Kids at a young age have seen different cultures, different styles of music.
The economic impact of Festival International is substantial to Lafayette's growth, according to Ben Berthelot, President and CEO of Lafayette Travel.
Number one, around 48% of total sales at Festival came outside of Lafayette Parish. So that's very important, obviously, for what we do in the visitor economy, to have that new money coming into our community. So it's not just our locals who are enjoying it, but people from all around the world. And then secondly, a total overall economic impact of around $51 million to our community. So that's pretty impressive.
Lafayette Parish has a long history of integrating cultures and communities.
We have such a diverse and multifaceted culture that all comes together to make what we call this community so special. And I'm so proud that we are celebrating it. It's worthy of celebrating. And over the 200 years, look where we are now. You know, it's great.
All righty, thank you, Christina. Now, lots happening tonight on the Thursday night. Six Hearts is getting ready to take the stage there at the main stage for Festival International. Opening ceremonies, including that bicentennial celebration, happening at 9, and then Lauren Daigle taking the stage at 9:30, closing out the night there at Scene International. There are some changes for Festival International tonight, but only at the main stage. So here's what you need to know before you go if you're heading out. Chairs are not being allowed tonight. Clear bags are highly recommended, but all bags are subject to search. If you don't bring your bag, you'll get in faster. There's an express lane for people who can just walk in. The only public entrance is on Polk Street tonight. The handicap accessible entrance is on Garfield. Gates opened at 5 o'clock. Now, once capacity is reached in Park International, no one else will be allowed in. Only small strollers are being allowed, no wagons or large strollers tonight. If capacity is reached, or if you want to enjoy the night from a smaller crowd, there are satellite viewing areas. There will be a big screen set up at Parc Sans Souci. You can also watch the night's performances at the Grouse Room or at Legends Annex, which is directly across from the main stage. Our Darcy Ortiq in the midst of it all with the fun, music, and action tonight. This is Darcy's first festival. Hey, Darcy, how are you enjoying it so far?
Good afternoon, Marcel. There's no better way to kickstart the Fay Dodo concert series than to have one of Louisiana's very own performing right behind me, the Soul Brass Band performing right behind me. And I've been told that they will also be sampling one of Marvin Gaye's 1982 classics this evening. I spoke to one of the volunteers here downtown Lafayette, and they told me that it's been nothing but a pleasure helping to get the artists from their hotels to the center stage. Mr. Dennis Herpin says it's been a blast.
This is my second day. I love it. I didn't think it was that much involved, but just getting into it, I could see it's very rewarding just to help these people that are not from around here and all of a sudden enjoy the area.
Stay tuned for Acadiana's news channel at 10 to get a sneak peek and get a chance to hear from some of the members here performing behind me. Live from downtown Lafayette, Darcy Ortiq, KATC TV3.
Rob and I are moving like that man in the background there of Darcy's live shot. Now, Soul Express on the stage right now. 7:30, sounds from Puerto Rico will fill the air at the Fado stage, and a group from South Korea will close out the night. Still to come on Acadiana's News Channel at 6, everyone. More local headlines. That coming up a little later. But first, Rob's full forecast. Rob?